Whoa, boy. That's too. Linda, we're making money with storage unit auctions. The title of this segment: storage auction buying versus picking. I noticed that there's a ton of overlap between the two communities, and I got my start in the business kind of sort of by doing industrial picking, and I really came in it, I guess, the back way because of my background of being an outside salesperson. But I got into going to garage sales, flea markets, and buying stuff, and just for me, it didn't work out because I liked a bigger deal. And I will say from jump that, I've talked to Redneck Picker about it. If you might as well just pick if you can't really go balls to the wall with this business, because I'm going to give you the pros and cons of both. Like, if you are short on time and you're short on money, you might as well be a picker. You just don't have the lifestyle that affords for you to be a storage auction buyer, because buying storage units is very, very time consuming. It takes a lot of time to learn where the auctions are. It's a lot of time to actually go to the auctions. It's a lot of time once you buy, then you have to unload, sort, and put into your sales channels. My most successful students, believe it or not, were the people who were unemployed or got laid off. Well, same thing, unemployed. You don't have a job. Those were the most successful people. Why? They had the time. More successful than people who had a lot of money, because I will tell you, and I've had this conversation with many, many people that have emailed me. It's like, hey, Glendon, love the business. I want to just jump in feet first. And I was like, no. If you have a decent job or a good job that's providing you benefits, because once you go solo, all your paid time off, all that stuff, that's out the window. If you are a young guy, you're like 18 to 32, you're not married, you don't have any kids, that is the time to start a business. If you already have a wife and kids, you want to start a business, you can still do it. But the time to do this stuff is when it's just you. I made those first 5 businesses that I started. I wasn't married. I didn't have any kids. So when I fell on my teeth, it was just me. I was the only one that was impacted. So know that while you're sitting there like, hey, I got a job, I can go out on the weekends, I can party. Understand, you are screwing up some valuable time that you could be using to build a business because you're playing around. We are all only given 24 hours in a day. 28 to 31 days in a month, and only 365 days in a year. Some of us tend to do a lot more with the same time. Understand that. But if you got a family and your job is okay or stable, unless you just got a lot of money in the bank, I don't recommend it, because it takes anywhere from 6 months to 2 years for your business to really throw off a significant profit that you can live on. So that's the thing. So if that's your situation, family man, decent, okay job, kids, pick. At the end of the video, I'll give you some pointers on how you can bring in storage units into your mix. But that's the deal. If you just don't have the time, even, which is more so important than money, time is your most valuable resource. Today is December 11th, 2011. Once this day is over, it's never coming back. If you live long enough, you may get another December, but this one is going to be a wrap at 12 a.m. So that's the deal. Now let's get down to the pros and cons. Picking. You don't have a lot of money, you don't have a lot of time, you don't have a lot of cash, pick and build your way up. Now that's the pro. The con is you're not going to make a lot of money. You're going to work your ass off going from garage sale to garage sale to flea market to flea market to flea market. And and also, let's talk about that. Let me kind of back up. My ideal of a lot of money and your ideal of a lot of money could be this far apart. My ideal of a lot of money is if I invest 20, 40 hours into an endeavor, I want to yield $1,500 to $2,000 that week. When I was doing the picking thing, I wasn't making that type of money. Just wasn't. Every now and then you hit on something nice and you'll get it. You're gonna be at 250 to 500 a week, which over a month is $2,000. That's not bad money if you have a full-time job and it is used as a supplement. That's actually great income. That's 24 G's a year. There's a lot of people that don't make that on the full-time gig, so that's really cool. But for me, a lot of money is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 grand a month. I couldn't get that with picking. There's some of you in the picking nation who probably can get that, but I couldn't do it. Now I can do that with storage units. Con, it's going to take a lot of time. Con, you're going to work your ass off. Con, you may lose money on a blind bid. Blind bid is what you see at the door is not what you think it is in the back. Those are the cons, and a lot of time and a lot of money spent up front. Heavy competition. You have to move it. There's a lot of cons. Now let's talk about the pros. You can buy 1 unit a month and make more money off that 1 unit than you can from a year picking. Now, there are some people who are like expert pickers who've had, big hits, went somewhere, was up in a barn, or came across a good buy, and it worked out for them. But I, speaking for self, was much more fortunate with storage auctions than I ever was with picking. Ever. Because this is the breakdown. I sat down and this is what I do. This is the analytical side. I always take a sheet of paper and I was like, okay, I can go to, because most of the garage sales are Thursday, Friday, Saturday, sometimes Sunday. And now they're more than ever. So I've got this Saturday, which is the hot day, and I've got to hit 20 to 50 garage sales on that Saturday to get a good haul. That was my plan. I would get out. I mean, seriously, I had down to a plan. I would pop out the car, do my scan, see something, then be out. Now, if the garage sale looked promising, I would talk to the old host of the garage sale and hit them up with a few questions, because typically, if they've got a lot of stuff out, believe it, there's a lot of times they even have more stuff still in the house because they couldn't get it out, because these were people that had high consumption habits. So they had a lot of stuff in the house. And I just did that, and it's like, okay, 4 times a week. So I'm working Monday through Friday. I'm on doing the garage sale all day Saturday. Then Saturday night, I'm sorting, listing, doing whatever, getting it all set. Because back in the day, Sunday was the hot day to list on eBay. That was the hot day. Listed on Sunday, ended on Sunday. And you sit there after the football game's over, you've got money in the bank. It was wonderful. And it was just like, it was good. And like I said, it was good money for a part-time endeavor, but I wanted more. But I want you to think about yourself before you get into the resale game. And I will say this, you probably should pick first. Number one reason, if you can't make it as a picker, you definitely will not make it as a storage auction buyer. Because some of the same things come into play. You have to deal with people. You have to have that eye. And I don't know how you develop it. I just have it from doing a lot of reading as a kid. But I have been at garage sales and just saw a little something, didn't know what it was, and just bought it and was rewarded handsomely on eBay later on. Because I was at a garage sale and this lady had these little Russian nesting dolls. And I knew a little something about them. But this particular brand was very, very collectible and yielded me $450 on eBay. I was ecstatic. It cost me $10. So you get those type of juicy things there, but you still have to have the eye. So if you're going out picking and you don't have the eye, everything is a massive learning experience. There's so many things that you have to learn about, because when I was doing it, I go to a garage sale and I bought any and everything, because we're selling on eBay, we're selling on Amazon, we're selling on Craigslist. I knew how to flip stuff. Now, if you are brand new to the game, picking is the way for you to go, because there's like I said, there's overlap. There's a lot of similarities. It's just a matter of time and scale. Now, I will make this recommendation for you if you are a person who has capital and the wherewithal to go to a lot of storage auctions. This is the deal. You need to go to a lot of storage auctions. When I had my business, my primary responsibility was going to auctions. I went to auctions most weeks, Monday through Saturday. And sometimes I didn't buy for 2 or 3 days. I didn't go out and buy. It was just like you have to be out there because you make your money when you buy, not when you sell. And I'm going to break that down to you because a lot of people, say that, but you never understand what that means. When you buy something, the price which you buy that item never ever changes. It is engraved in history. Now, the price that you hope to sell those items for will definitely change. You may be able to itch it up, but more than likely you're going to have to bring it down against your expectations when you bought it or priced it the first time. That's reality. So you make your money when you buy. When you're able to buy consistently and frequently, you are making money. Most people get it twisted because they think they're making money when they sell something. No, the sales process begins when you get your inventory. I don't care how nice the inventory is. I don't care how hot it is. If you buy it at the wrong price, you're screwed from jump. It's like trying to do a trig problem and your factoring in the beginning is screwed up. Your final sum's going to come out jacked up. There's no other way to get around it. That's the same thing with buying this stuff. So I get a lot of people and they're like, hey, how do I get into the storage auction game? I have a job, I got a wife, I got this, I really want to try it. For you, you're going to have a dedicated plan. If you have a job, you're going to have to make a choice. And there's going to be some pain involved. You're going to have to give up some things. That weekend in Cancun, you may have to take 1 or 2 of your vacation days to go to storage auctions, which may not yield you 1 red cent of profit. That's the reality. You may have to give up TV. If you are a family person, you only have so many hours to attend to the job, the family, and whatever else you want to do. You may have to give up TV so you can actually read to your kids. Then when they go to bed, list your stuff on eBay, Craigslist, or whatever. It's an opportunity cost situation. So if you have a job, and I'm not going to say in these times, quit your job to go jump out and do storage auctions. And it's not because the business isn't good. It's because you are not experienced. I'll tell you a quick story. I knew a lady that rented an office space, had business cards made, bought computer equipment, and spent probably close to $75,000 before she had her first customer. And when she told me that, I said, oh God, I hope you have another 75 grand or 100 grand. She said, why? Because unless you get some customers real soon, you're screwed. And she kind of thought about it and she said, I never thought about that. There's a lot of people that get into building a business without really thinking about you need to build the customers. I'm telling you, before you incorporate, before you do an LLC, before you put up a business card, you need to learn the nuts and bolts of your business and start learning how to make money before you do any of that other stuff. I can walk in a business, especially a boutique or a resale shop, and know if it's going to make it within about 10 minutes. Because a lot of people put their money and attention in the wrong area. You only spend money that you have to spend. Don't go out and spend $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10,000 on a website when you don't have the customer base to support that financial outlay. It makes no sense. Trust me, I've been down this road. You start investing money when you need to. Now, there's a few times you have to invest money in advance. That's, you have to buy capacity in advance of things growing. But most of the time, just for you, if you're thinking about getting in the resale business, you can learn a lot if you just spend a year picking and going to a few garage sales. Going to a few storage auction sales. You can learn a lot because the thing is, you got to build a base. You have to build a base of knowledge because I understand it's exciting. I understand you think you're going to miss the boat. Let me tell you something. Storage auctions are going to be around for the next 2 to 3 decades or longer. Maybe probably after my bones are dust. You're not going to miss the opportunity. This is what happens. I have a lot of friends in the business, the ones who still talk to me. New people show up, they're out for a month or 2, then they disappear. New people show up, they're out for a month or 2, then they disappear. It's a hard business. Understand. Do not be worried that the lazy, the uninitiated, the people who did not take the time to do a basic research on storage auctions, These are not going to be your competitors. They're not going to be, when you get ready, because I had a lady, it took her a year to get her life in order for her to go to the auctions, but see, she was smart. She listened to me. I said, do these two things. Go to garage sales, go to auctions, do not buy, because she did not have the money. Because she told me, she only had like an extra $100 a month. And we kind of worked out a plan. So when she finally went out, she had $3,000 to buy that was not impacting her daily outlay of cash for living. And if she lost that $3,000, she was still going to be able to pay her bills because she was not robbing Peter to pay Paul. But the thing is, she had the $3,000. Her first 7 units yielded a really killer unit where she made 6. So she doubled her original investment on 1 unit and made crazy profit on the rest, and she's been rolling. Understand, I know you want to get out there. I know you're like, I want to do it. I want to do it. It's like that lady outside the Target, like, open, open, open. Slow your janky ass down. Build a firm foundation. This opportunity always exists. This isn't going anywhere. I want you to understand something. When I was in the storage auction business, the economy was good. Listen to me. The economy was good. And you see the things that I've gotten out of storage units when the economy was good. The economy sucks right now. And good times, bad times, people do stupid crap. So the opportunity will be there for those who are prepared and made the right decisions and position themselves to take advantage of those opportunities. They're not going to disappear. Don't think you're going to miss out. Make sure that you get everything set with your personal life, your financial life, and creating an infrastructure to do this business. You'll be good. You'll be good. Just look at it as paying your dues, because everybody wants to just like jump in, make 10, 20, 30,000 a month, and then go pimp out on the island with some bimbo. No, it's not going to happen. Because if you could pimp out with a bimbo, you would have done it. You wouldn't even be watching this video because you'd be with the bimbo. But that's the deal. Take your time. Learn the business. And also, if I cannot imprint anything else on you, you have to have a certain level of passion for this business. My thing is the deal. I get a jazz out of doing the deal. I get a jazz when I open up a box and I'm like, whoa, And it could be something as simple as a Christmas ornament I've never seen before. That's why every day was like Christmas. And it wasn't because you were getting all these high yield items. It was, wow, I never knew this. Wow, I've been introduced to this new hobby. Wow, I've learned this. That was the hype. And that's what kept me going through the rat units, the roach units, the units that had mold and mildew. Understand, I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, it's lovely and easy. And I'll say it again. If you're lazy, you lack initiative, you need someone to hold your dick while you pee, do not get in the storage auction business. You don't have what it takes. Keep your job and continue to watch the shows on television and live vicariously through those characters. Don't get in the business because it's a rough and rugged business. It's very rough. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and water this down and tell you, oh, it's super easy in hopes of making a sale, because that's some bullshit. From day one, my highest rated video, the worst unit I ever bought. So just know, if you want to tread into the storage auction game, learn that you need to pay a few dues. Know that for those who make all the proper preparations, there are innumerable rewards. And I'm not just talking about the financial. There's a lot of rewards with this business. So that's the deal. If you want to get into it, try your hand at being a reseller first before you make a large capital investment in the storage auction business, because I don't care how much money you have. If you don't know what you're doing, you will lose. All right, this is Glendon with Making Money with Storage Unit Auctions.